is. PICV means Pressure Independent Control Valve. PICV is an important equipment in HVAC system. In a split AC, the outdoor unit will cut off when the room temperature reaches the set point. When the room temperature rises again, the outdoor unit turns on. But in AHU, there is no outdoor unit, it works like an indoor unit. So, if the temperature of the room reaches the set point, the PICV will work like an outdoor unit. Let's know how PICV works. We can see PICV in many designs, but they all work on the same concept. PICV works like a normal valve. It's stopping and opening the flow of water in the chilled water pipeline. It has two valves, namely, two-way valve and three-way valve. In the next video, we will discuss about these two valves clearly. Let's see its important parts. In PICV, it is inlet, and it is outlet. The water coming in through the inlet and goes out through the outlet. This is the measuring port through which the pressure of the water can be measured using a manual measuring meter. Inside the PICV, a stem connected to a spring. This stem moves up and down. At the top of the PICV, an actuator is connected to the stem. It will control the stem movement. There is a knob on the actuator. We can also manually control the actuator through this knob. PICV is installed in the return line of the AHU. It is a common interview question to ask about the placement of PICV in an AHU system. PICV is always installed on the return line. Chilled water enters the AHU's cooling coil through the inlet and exits through the outlet. As the chilled water travels through the cooling coil, the coil cools down. When the air passes through this coil, the air effectively cools and provides the comfortable temperature in the room. Now, if the room reaches the set point temperature, then the room does not require cooling. So, what happens now, when the air enters the AHU through the return duct, the temperature sensor in the AHU senses the temperature of the return air. If the temperature reaches the set point, the sensor sends a command to the actuator. After the command goes to the actuator, it pushes down the stem and stops the water flowing into the pipeline. Then, the flow of chilled water inside the coil of AHU will stop. It prevents the cold air from entering the room. When the room temperature exceeds the set point, the temperature sensor again sends a command to the actuator to open the valve. Then again, the water starts to flow inside the AHU. This same process happens in all AC units, like AHU, FCU, and BCU. This is how PICV works.